what fuels your fire? What fuels your fire? And I teased today's call by saying using the bad to fuel your fire. And the bottom line is you got to find your fight. You have to figure out what your fight is. And either you are motivated by something you want or you're motivated by something you don't want. And you think about that and you go, well, love is pretty powerful, right? I really like things. And so I can get motivated, from that. But hate is powerful as well. Hate can be really, really powerful. Are there certain things that you guys just don't like that you fight for? And I hope the answer is yes, because hate can be really good. I hate disease. I hate injustice. I hate ignorance. I hate complacency. And my mom used to tell me all the time, hate's a pretty strong word, Steve. I'm like, yeah, I know. And I hate those things. I hate cancer. And it's like, you can get pretty fired up over things that you really don't like. Sometimes identifying an enemy will really light your fire. When I look back, I was probably most motivated when I had an enemy to fight. And I'll talk about that in just a second. But the most transformational stories have come as a result of fighting an enemy. David had Goliath. America had the British. Ali had Frazier. Apple had Microsoft. Luke had Darth Vader. Rocky had Apollo Creed. Larry Bird had Magic Johnson. Phil Mickelson had Tiger Woods. Right? And it works both ways because Goliath had David. The British had America. Frazier had Ali. Microsoft had Apple. Darth Vader had Luke. It works both ways. Tiger Woods had Phil. Phil Mickelson, unbelievable golfer, right? But he was competing in his prime when Tiger Woods was in his prime. And it's like, that's just bad luck. But it made Phil the golfer that he is today. And he's won a bunch of major tournaments, and you don't have to feel sorry for Phil Mickelson, okay? Enemies give us a reason to stand tall with courage. Having to fight challenges your skill, it challenges your character, it challenges your resolve. Without a motivating fight, we become lazy. And we lose out on strength and purpose. Whatever that motivation is, it's fine. And it doesn't have to be some big humanitarian cause. Maybe it's a sibling or a family member who said, that thing's never going to work. And that's what it was for me, you guys. That's exactly what it was for me. I envy you if your family is supportive of what you do, because mine wasn't. And mine isn't to this day. I still have family members that think that think I'm involved in some pyramid deal. It's like, oh, that's Steve's little deal that he does. And I had many family members that were very unsupportive. They're like, you quit your job to do this? And then after I became successful, they're like, man, I even had one family member say, man, I couldn't stand to do what you do. I'm like, what do you mean? They go, don't you just say the same thing every time? And I'm like, yeah, but the audience changes, and the person that I'm talking about has struggled their entire life financially. So you sit back and go, well, why in the world would I take financial advice from somebody that I don't want to be like financially? And so my will and my fight was really drawn from people who said I couldn't do something, which is, I don't know if that's good or bad, you guys. I guess it's good because it turned out okay for me. Deep down inside, my goal was to make sure that my family was taken care of. But on the other side of that, I'm like, screw you. Who are you to tell me that this thing won't work when you don't even know what it is, right? And so the will to prove people wrong, for me, that was kind of a big deal. And it still is today. It absolutely is today. I still have people like, oh man, it's one of those things, huh? I'm like, yeah, you're darn right, it's one of those things. And I'm out to, and I say this a lot. I'm like, I dare people to tell me that network marketing doesn't work. It's like, come on. I dare you to tell me that this doesn't work, because they have no argument. They have absolutely no argument. It could be somebody that maybe laughed at you for your efforts, to change your family's financial future. And that was the thing that really got me, you guys. It's like, I had people very close to me that were tearing down the fact that I was trying to support my family. And I'm like, and I'm kind of getting mad just even talking about it this morning. It just fuels me. And I kind of have that same attitude when I look at my prospect list. And I reach out to all these people and they're all excited about it, and then they don't get back to you when they say they're going to get back to you, and then you have to call them again. I'm like, listen, I'm not going to chase you down. Either you see this or you don't see this. I just need to know what list to put you on. And you guys, I talk to people that way. I talk to the people on my prospect list exactly that way. And most of the time they're like, no, sorry, I didn't get back to you. I had this going on. And I think to myself, okay, well, if I have to keep chasing you to get in the business, am I going to have to keep chasing you once you do get in the business, once you actually enroll? So I learn about people before they actually even enroll, and I've got a pretty good idea of the kind of associate they're going to be. Now, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but it gives me fuel. And it gives me it gives me ammunition, I should say, that when they stop jumping on my Zooms, that they don't jump on these calls, or they don't listen to the replays, I can always call them and go, did you not want to put your kid through school? Did you just make that up when you said that you're doing this for your family and your kids? Was that just to get me off the phone? Why are you doing that? And so I get really, really motivated when somebody says that you can't do something. And guys, listen, you can use your motivation over a negative experience to create something really positive. And I guess that's what I've done in my business. I take things that are negative and I turn them into a positive experience. So my question to you is, where does your motivation come from? Something you want or something you don't want? And it doesn't really matter as long as you're motivated. But remember, don't expect to feel inspired and motivated every day, because it's not going to happen. Even the best aren't motivated every single day. Don't count on motivation. Count on self-discipline.